We are live from Dick Walsh Field, and this Saturday we have a game, Groton-Dunstable Crusaders against the Algonquin Tomahawks. This is the homecoming game for Algonquin, the second home game, and Algonquin just lost to Shepherd Hill in their first, but it was very close. It's 41-38, and they lost on a last-minute touchdown after a 45-yard rush by Tyler Broussard. This one, they beat Groton-Dunstable last year, but they are 2-0, so could be tough. That was our national anthem, and I'm Andrew Roberts. I'll be doing the broadcast today. Tyler may be joining us later, but we have yet to see. Have had some technical difficulties going in, but we were able to get started. And here's the coin toss. Now they're getting into huddle before the toss, I believe. So, last game, pass heavy for Riley Greenwald and this offense, and they really showed that they can move the ball down the field quickly. They had some deep passes. Tom Jeffrion was catching them. Derek Blanchard caught a couple, Nicolezzi. So, this offense has proven themselves so far this year, but it hasn't added up to victory yet. Hopefully it can in this one. And looks like Groton-Dunstable will kick. And that is going to be John Fontecchio returning it for Algonquin. That's to the 30, a little past the 30. And be at the 32-yard line to start. And Groton-Dunstable defense already in formation. Now, I expect a lot of different guys to be used in this game for Algonquin because we've seen Rio Ferguson do a lot of great stuff, and also the receivers, Cassius Clay in the backfield. Lots of options. And that is going to be Rio to the 39. That's a 7-yard rush for Rio Ferguson. And Ferguson looked to take over the backfield this year. He's been part of a great backfield duo between Ferguson and Clay. They have been pretty strong in the backfield this year. 2nd down and 3 for Algonquin. Another run play, this one Cassius Clay. That'll get to the 45. And already Algonquin having a lot of success in the run game. That's a 1st down right there. And we will have 1st down and 10 at the 45. Another run play. It's going to be Rio again. gets it to the 50. It's 2 rushes for 12 yards already by Rio. On the season now, he has 18 rushes for 110 yards. And that's gonna be a fake, but Ferguson catches it. Gets it to the 35, but it is fumbled, and Groton-Dunstable picks it up. And that is going to be recovered by Groton-Dunstable after the 10-yard pass from Greenwald to Ferguson. So the Crusaders are going to start with the ball now. And this offense led by running back Kyle Plausi and the duo of Bradley Dedewitz and his wide receiver Jack Berry. They have been responsible for over 400 yards so far this season. And Dedewitz is going to run for it. No, he shovels it. And we're trying to see who the receiver is there. That'll be Brendan Ferrari. So Dedewitz chucks it to Ferrari at the last minute. Advances 5 yards. This one gonna be a Kyle Plausi play. Rush for 2 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Groton-Dunstable. And if Algonquin can shut them down right here, they'll get the ball right back and it'll be like the fumble never happened. Third down. And it looks like Dedewitz is going to throw. No, he's sacked. And the ball is loose. And that Algonquin is going to take it all the way for a touchdown. That is going to be Mike McAvoy, the linebacker. It is 6-0 Algonquin, just like that. What a turn of events right here. First, Algonquin fumbles, and now Groton-Dunstable fumbles. Recovered by Algonquin for the touchdown. Just like that, Algonquin has control of this game. What a start for the Seahawks. And as usual, they will go for 2. That is, looks like it's going to be no good. Scores Algonquin 6, Groton-Dunstable 0. Algonquin has a 6-0 lead. And it'll be kicked off in a minute here. So that was Mike McAvoy with the fumble recovery for the touchdown. Algonquin. McAvoy and Ferguson have made for a great duo at linebacker this season. They've run 2 linebacker formations, but they have some great personnel there. It'll be Chekowitz kicking it off. Nicolezzi has handled some extra point, shorter distance stuff, but Chekowitz has been the long distance kicker. And that is going to go back to the 15, but Groton-Dunstable will return all the way to the 40. That's Jack Berry on the return. And Groton-Dunstable just has 60 yards to go for a touchdown. Let's see what the Algonquin defense can do about that. And that's gonna, looks like it's gonna be a loss for Groton-Dunstable. Plowsy loses about a yard there. So it's 2 rushes for 1 yard so far. His first rush was just 2 yards. And it's 2nd down and 11. The snap, that's gonna be Plowsy again, it looks like. And so far, Groton-Dunstable has pretty much run a one-man backfield. It's been all Kyle Plouse. Last year they had Ben Rivet with a little bit of Kyle Plouse. And this year Rivet's graduated, so Plouse has taken over the backfield. And it looks like to do it's gonna try and pass it. That is intercepted by Derek Blanchard. He made the transition to DB and already making an impact. Takes it all the way to the Groton-Dunstable 22. That's the 2nd turnover for Algonquin. Derek Blanchard. So this Algonquin defense has had a huge day already. Mike McAvoy returning a touchdown, and now Blanchard intercepts it for Algonquin.
Intercepted by Algonquin by number 20, Derek Blanchard. Only Algonquin on the run back. Seahawks will take over.
And after a penalty, looks like Algonquin's going to be moved back a bit as they recover the ball. We'll start at the Groton-Dunstable 44. Still 1st down and 10 though. Regardless of the penalty. And that's going to be carried by Rio Ferguson. Gets it all the way to the 35. That's a 9-yard rush. Maybe a little less than we thought, but they still only have 4 yards to go for the 1st down. Another one to Rio, and now he gets the 1st down. Gets it all the way to about the 28. Mark it down at the 29. So an 11-yard rush now for Rio, and already he is dominating. Now that's going to be Cassius Clay, and he gets it right around the 25. About a 4-yard rush for Clay. That'll be marked at the 26. We will have 2nd down and 6 here. Maybe a little more than that. And Ferguson gonna run with it again. Looks like that was a direct snap. And he's still going. Can he go all the way? That's a touchdown, Algonquin. And just like that, Algonquin is up 12-0 thanks to Rio Ferguson and also Mike McAvoy. They're a linebacker duo on defense, and Ferguson is just a great running back. That's about a 26-yard rush TD for Algonquin. Five rushes for 55 yards already. And they're gonna go for 2 as usual. Trying to make it 14-0. And no, they're gonna go for the extra point. That'll be Chekowitz with the extra point this time around. So Joey Chekowitz makes it 13-0. Algonquin with the lead. And Chekowitz likely kicking it off for Algonquin. So early in the season, Nicolezzi was doing some of the shorter kicks, but now Joey Chekowitz has taken over the kicker job. Chekowitz also plays a little wide receiver, a little DB. So he's really making an impact for the team. And he was not here last year. He's new to the football team. A lot of good new guys here. Chekowitz, Cassius Clay. Jake Wiedler, right tackle, also new. And that is gonna be number 36 returning it for Groton-Dunstable, Andrew Wenzel. So it's at the 31 for the Crusaders here as they start another drive, hoping to avoid a turnover for the first time in this game. And Algonquin, they struggled stopping the Shepherd Hill run game, but they've done a lot better so far here. The Dewitt's on the run. He's gonna throw it, and that is caught. He's still going. That is Brendan Ferrari. Gets it all the way to about, looks like the 10 or 15 Algonquin yard line. We'll see where they mark it. And looks like they are marking it at about 10 or 11. They'll mark it at the 6. So on that, so that was a penalty that caused them to get closer. And looks like Dewitt's ran it there. It'll be second down from about the same spot. And Dewitt's gonna throw it this time. That is incomplete. Looks like that was intended. Looks like it was intended for Tristan Chase, but hard to tell there. And it's third down for Groton-Dunstable. And Dewitt's in a jam. He is sacked for the loss of 4. And this defense is on fire today. They did give up one big play. They've struggled with that. The big play was a pass to Brendan Ferrari. But other than that, pretty good today. They go for it. And that is no good. We'll see where Algonquin gets the ball. They'll take over at the 10. And it's going to be another run play for Algonquin there. Ferguson for about a gain of 1. So Brendan Ferrari, the offensive star so far for Groton-Dunstable. But it's been Algonquin who's controlled this game. And they've been led by Rio Ferguson. 6 rushes, 56 yards, and a touchdown for Rio today. And looks like that's gonna be Rio again.
Rio Ferguson tackled by number 25, Thomas Raymond, and number 7, Billy Dow.
They marked that at the 16-yard line. So that's about a 5-yard rush by Rio. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 4, excuse me. Cassius Clay runs it somewhere in the 20 to 25 range. So that is going to be marked around the 23 or 24. So Cassius Clay earning Algonquin a 1st down with that run play. And Ferguson again gets it to the 30 for Algonquin. That's another 7 yards. So this running back duo has been enough for the offense to make progress today. Rio Ferguson has 8 rushes for 68 and a TD. Cassius Clay has 3 rushes for 16 yards. And both of them are juniors. Rio's a junior captain. And this time it's going to be Tiago Philadelphia. Excuse me, that's Cassius Clay.
Number 3, Cassius Clay on carry.
And Cassius Clay gets them the 1st down again. That's another 5 yards for Clay. The interesting thing, Clay came in later in the preseason. Philadelphia was wearing number 3. He switched to 21, and now Cassius Clay has taken Tiago's former number. And Clay has also had a huge impact in this run game. Snap to Greenwald. And this one, run play to about 35. That'll be Connolly. That is his first run play in this game. And it'll be 2nd down. And Aiden McKenna on the outside for Algonquin. And Greenwald's going to target Blanchard. That is caught. And that'll be at the 45. Looks like that's enough for a first down.
Pass complete by number 7, Riley Greenwald, to number 20, Garrett Blanchard.
And Blanchard has gotten a lot of targets from Greenwald, and it's paid off. Blanchard has 88 yards on 8 receptions, also a touchdown. With that one, it's 97 yards on 9 receptions. And Rio Ferguson. Another 10 yards for Algonquin. That is enough for the first down. Those stats for Blanchard, by the way, were on the season. Today, that was his first reception. But that's pretty good for high school football. Typically a run-heavy game. And that'll be it for the first quarter. Algonquin will get it at the Groton-Dunstable 45 when the second quarter begins. And we are back, second quarter about to begin. It is Algonquin 13, Groton-Dunstable 0 in this Saturday afternoon game. And Algonquin has it at the opposing 45. But that one going to be for a loss. Cassius Clay loses 5 there. It's bowled over by the Groton-Dunstable defense. It's Thomas Raymond, only a sophomore, who gets the tackle on Cassius Clay. So it'll be second down and 15 from the 50. Blanchard and Jeffrey on the outside. McKenna also on the field as a receiver. Nicolezzi also there. And that is who Greenwald attempts to throw to. And Nicolezzi targeted for the first time in this game, but that is incomplete. It'll be third down and long for Algonquin. And McKenna coming off the field. But Greenwald still has plenty of receivers in the game. Jack Rafferty joining him. Greenwald looking. He throws it deep. Rafferty's there, but that is incomplete. And Jack Rafferty almost has about that would have been about a 40-yard reception if he caught that. Rafferty sees a lot of time on defense, but let's see if he can catch any more deep balls later. And Algonquin is going to punt it away. This one is Coleman Hostage, I believe. That is a deep punt by Hostage. So that'll be a touchback for Groton-Dunstable. And Hostage, he's actually one of the backup QBs on this team, but he's found other ways to contribute even before he takes over the quarterback job. And that'll be up to 20 for Groton-Dunstable. To do it's looking to throw. And Doug Tompkins with that one. Gets it all the way to the 42. That is going to be about a 38-yard reception for Tompkins. The Dewitts hasn't thrown it much in this game, but when he has thrown it deep. He has 3 passes, 93 yards on those passes. And he's looking to throw again, but this time he is sacked. Looks like that's going to be a loss of 7. And that is the second time he has been sacked in this game.
He got sacked behind the line of scrimmage by several offensive defenders. Number 58, Chris Oknos, is one of them.
Chris Oknos on that sack,
77, John Fontecchio.
as well as John Fontecchio, 2 of their top defenders.
Devin Montgomery.
Devin Montgomery was the other guy in on that sack.
Come on, get the penetration! Let's go!
And it's a 2nd down and long for Groton-Dunstable. Peter's looking around. And he is 3 for 6 on the day after that incomplete pass. Not exactly clear who he was trying to throw to. And it is a timeout right now. Someone is down on the field.
Come on, defense, get after it, let's go!
And Groton-Dunstable back in formation after the brief injury timeout. Third down. And that is going to be incomplete, intended for Plowsy. Kyle Plowsy, mainly a running back, but he's targeted there on the pass. And it'll be 4th down from about the 47 for Groton-Dunstable. And Stark will be punting it away. And here's the punt. That is a deep punt. Gets it all the way to the, looks like the Algonquin 14. There's a flag on the play though. Likely a roughing the kicker. But we'll see what the refs have to say. And it is a roughing the kicker. Going to be 5 yards.
They wouldn't give them a first down.
So if we're running into the kicker, that's a loss of 5 for Algonquin.
That'll be assessed after the kick, so the Algonquin ball on the 15-yard line.
Algonquin gets it at the 15 after the penalty. So let's see what this offense can do on this drive. Will they score another touchdown, and will they start to pass it? It's mostly been a running offense so far, but if they pass a little more aggressively, we might see some more scoring here. Rio Ferguson has been great in the backfield, though. Already over 75 yards. Algonquin leads 13-0. with about 9 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this second quarter and in this half. So MIAA switched to 12-minute quarters this year. They ran with 11-minute quarters last year. So if the game seems to be going a little bit longer, that might be why. And Ferguson, it's like a little,
44, Rio Ferguson on the carry for Algonquin.
looks like about a gain 6. It'll be a first down.
Rio Ferguson again for Algonquin.
And Ferguson rushes another 4 yards. Second down now for Algonquin from the 24-yard line. Greenwald looks to be clarifying the play with a couple of his linemen. And Clay gonna run it. And he is stopped after about 2 yards.
Number 3 catches Clay with a run for Algonquin. Again,
6 rushes for 18 yards by Clay.
On the tackle, number 77, David Henderson.
Ferguson has been leading this backfield so far, but Clay has made an impact as well. Ferguson got a little banged up in the last game, but so far, knock on wood, it's been pretty good so far in this one. And that is a flag on the play.
To the offside, Groton-Dunstable.
Offsides on Groton-Dunstable is going to get it to about the 32 for Algonquin. And it's going to be a first down. Greenwald hands it over to Clay. And that goes to the 38. So that's a 6-yard rush for Clay.
All the boys, but mostly Brett.
Checking his watch there. It's time to eat yet?
And run play here for Algonquin. Looks like that is Ferguson again. Gets it to the 40. That is third down. There's no QB on the field right now. We'll see who takes the snap here. It's Clay and Ferguson in the backfield. And Ferguson's gonna run with it. He gets it all the way to the 49. That'll be a first down. Ferguson is on fire today. He just keeps going. He has not failed Algonquin yet. But it looks like Greenwald's going to return to the field on this one, as well as a couple receivers, Blanchard, McKenna. And that is going to be ran by Algonquin. And that is Ferguson again. Another 11 yards there. And Rio Ferguson has really shined in this game already. Snap to Greenwald, but handed to Clay. And looks like that'll land at about the 31. So Cassius Clay having some success in this backfield as well. Now averaging over 4 yards a carry. And no QB on this one either. So they're really trusting Ferguson and Clay to lead this offense. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. That's Algonquin. Maybe 3 minutes and 18 seconds till half, and it's 13-0 Algonquin. And on this one, looks like Greenwald is back on the field. Or not. It is Ferguson with the run play here. Direct snap to Rio. And he gains about 4. It's enough for the first down. Rio Ferguson, just unstoppable so far. 118 yards on 15 rushes already. Maybe 117. It's more like 3 yards on that play. Connolly in motion. That is dropped by Philadelphia, but he gets it back despite a loss. He's pushed back to the 40 after the recovery. So that's going to be about a loss of 12 for Algonquin after the fumble. So that's going to be second and long. About 22. More like 19. They started at the 37. And Greenwald going to throw it this time. Alesi is there, but it's incomplete. Nicolezzi has yet to catch one in this game, but hopefully he can catch at least a shorter pass later on. And Cassius Clay on the sidelines right now. We hope he's okay. Algonquin looking deep. Ends up throwing a little shorter to Rio Ferguson. That'll be 4th down for Algonquin. After the fumble, they cannot revive this drive. But the question is, will they kick a field goal from this 36-yard line? And both teams are going to take a little bit of time to regroup here after a 2-minute warning was called. Greenwald will be on the field this time as Clay heads to the sidelines. Greenwald looking to throw again, throws it deep. Derek Blanchard is there, but it's incomplete. So they go for it on that one, but the pass is incomplete. And the ball will start for Groton-Dunstable at the 36, their own 36. They have 1:25 to do something in this half. And Cheatwood's looking around, and he's gonna run with it. And he gets about 8 yards on that one.
Come on, defense, finish! Go!
It'll be 2nd down and about 2 or 3 after the run by Tidowitz. And that's going to be, looks like he's going to throw. No, he's sacked. And loses pretty much all of the yardage he got there. Only nets 1 yard on those 2 plays after the sack. And it's going to be about 44 seconds left when Groton-Dunstable gets the ball for 3rd down. About 3rd down and 9 after those 2 plays. A rush by Tidowitz and then a sack that reversed almost all of his yardage on the rush. Tidowitz looking around, he's gonna throw deep, and that is caught by Jack Berry. He's caught a lot of deep balls this year. And right there, gets it to the Groton-Dunstable 31. That was about 30 yards. Titowitz's going to throw it again. But that is intercepted. Tom Jeffreyon. Right before halftime, Algonquin gets the ball back. Tom Jeffreyon prevents Groton-Dunstable from having a double scoring opportunity. So 2 interceptions for Algonquin by 2 different corners. After Titowitz on the previous play threw for, I believe it was 32 yards to Jack Berry.
Number 7, Riley Greenwald. Pass is complete to number 14 for Algonquin, Aiden McKenna. Timeout, Algonquin.
And that's going to be about a gain of 8 on the pass by Greenwald. And there's 13 seconds remaining in the half. Can Algonquin do something before halftime? Greenwald is 4 for 8, 28 passing yards so far. Had a great game against Shepherd Hill. Threw for 212 yards in that one. Just unbelievable. So Aiden McKenna with the reception there. That is his first reception of the 2019 season. And Greenwald, pretty much a lateral pass to Ferguson. And that gets it to the 42. And there's just 5.6 seconds remaining in the half. Will Algonquin try to do something, or will they take a knee and end the half? There's a flag on Algonquin. Block in the back. And they will go back to the 34 after that penalty. So if they wanted to do something in this drive, they'd likely have to go at least 60 yards, even to try a field goal. Maybe more like 50, but still hard to do. And Rio Ferguson gets it to the 50. That's going to be half. More to 49. And Rio Ferguson, 17 yards as we head to half. And it's Algonquin 13, Groton-Dunstable 0. We'll be right back on this Saturday afternoon, Algonquin football. We are back. Algonquin just came back to the field. There's Algonquin and Groton-Dunstable in this Saturday afternoon game. Algonquin leads 13-0. And so far, it's been a run-heavy game. Rio Ferguson, 16 rushes for 134 yards and a TD. He has been dominating so far. What will be interesting to see is if they stick with Rio or pass the ball more in this second half. Regardless, Algonquin's done great so far, and hopefully they can continue to do that and win this game with ease. Dunstable so far struggled with the turnover battle. Bradley Titowitz, the quarterback, has 2 interceptions, and the team has also lost the ball in a fumble. Tom Jeffreyon and Derek Blanchard, our corners, picked up the interceptions. And they have also made an impact in the receiving game so far this year.
Anybody interested in NCAA football, Notre Dame 7, Virginia 7.
And
Get a little more dirt on it.
so Derek Blanchard, he had an interception in this one, but this is only his third game as a defensive back after he played defensive end for all of last season. So he made the switch to DB this offseason. He was going to switch from tight end to receiver, but he's done a little bit of both. Listed as a tight end, but has played more of a pass-catching role than most high school tight ends. Last year, tight ends were catching all our balls, most of them at least. Chris Pacious, Derek Blanchard. Did have Nicolezzi catching some, as well as Sam Crane and Logan Picard. But now this year, we have a good mix of receivers and tight ends catching them. And it's going to be Groton-Dunstable starting with it, since Algonquin started with the ball in the first half. The crowd is not as crazy as it was last week, but there's still a decent audience here today for Algonquin. The student section is the most crowded. Plenty of students here to cheer on the team.
Normally they're positive. Once it started,
And Algonquin is getting ready to kick it off here. Is Joey Chekowitz the kicker today? And he's been kicking off most of the balls this season, but Nicolezzi took care of some field goals earlier in the season.
Joey Chekowitz to kick off and begin the second half.
And he will kick it off from the 40. And Algonquin has led this game so far, but can Groton-Dunstable get something done here? That's what we have yet to see. And returning for Groton-Dunstable will be Ferrari. And he is down. Looks like that's going to be at the 34-yard line, but it's fumbled. Still recovered by Groton-Dunstable. It's tight end Matt Lamar with the recovery.
Come on, defense! Get the ball!
And it'll be first down for Groton-Dunstable from the 34. With the ball, Titowitz held on to it, and he is sacked. For I believe that's the third time in this game. Titowitz has struggled with pressure from the Algonquin pass rush here. Second down for the Crusaders from the 30. And Tito's gonna pass. That is intercepted by Nicolezzi. That is his third interception thrown today. Titowitz, and Alezzi gets the pick. Overhang safety for Algonquin. And Algonquin will get it at their own 41 after the pick. 3 interceptions thrown by Groton-Dunstable today. And with that, 1 less interception than completion today. And Titowitz also has a 0.3 touchdown interception ratio. Now Greenwald gonna hand it off to Ferguson. That's gonna be about a 5-yard rush. And Ferguson is having his best day so far this season. He did have 98 rush yards going into this game, but he has more than doubled that here. Over 100 yards in this game alone. 139 and a touchdown, to be precise. And they're continuing to rely on him because he hasn't let them down. Philadelphia the motion man, but Ferguson gonna take it. It's the 49. About a 3-yard rush for him this time around. And Ferguson cannot be stopped by this Crusaders defense. And Wildcat again. 3rd time in this game. Might be the 4th, actually. Because Cassius Clay is back on the field. Looks like they have 4 running backs. They have Ferguson, Philadelphia, Clay, and Connolly all on the field. But it'll be a delay game in Algonquin, loss of 5. They are back where they started on this set of downs. Not quite where they started, but still going to be 3rd down and long for Algonquin. They have it at their own 44. Greenwald looks for Ferguson, and he's still going. Gets to the 40, almost the 30, he's still going. And I thought he was down there. And he's finally down at the 15, but that is a huge turnaround for Algonquin. Ferguson just took it 41 yards on the, basically a lateral pass from Greenwald. And that accounts for more than half of Greenwald's passing yards in this game. Ferguson has caught 4 balls already. And Greenwald has not thrown an incompletion to Ferguson yet. Play, gonna run with it this time. That gets to 10, about a 5-yard rush. And Clay still having success in this backfield, 9 rushes for 38 yards, but Rio Ferguson has been the standout so far. So many different running backs that Algonquin could trust, Rio being the leader of those. Wildcat, no, not a Wildcat, but Ferguson's still running with it. And Ferguson with another run play there. But let's see where they put the ball down. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be on Algonquin. It's a block on the back for the T-Hawks. And that sets them back to what looks to be 15 or 20. Going to be the 20-yard line. And 2nd down from the 20. After the block in the back. More penalties in this game than there were in the last one, but still not many.
Number 3, Patrick Clay on the carry for Algonquin.
And Clay gets a few on that one. And looks like someone is down on the play. Looks like it's Kyle Plowsy, the star running back for Groton-Dunstable. Plowsy has 38 rushes for 195 yards on the season. At least that's what he had leading into this game. Now he has now it's 41 for 198. Let's hope he's okay. Very crucial piece to Groton-Dunstable's offense and defense. Groton-Dunstable, excuse me. And he will walk off the field on his own power. Stopping for a minute, but he continues to go off the field. And ball will be at the 18-yard line. That's Groton-Dunstable's 18. It's after a 2-yard rush by Clay. That's just Clay averaging 4 yards a carry in this one. Averaged a little more in the last game. Also scored a TD in the last game. And Greenwald is going to run with it. Or he might throw. Yes, he does. And that is, looks like it's Derek Blanchard for the touchdown Algonquin. 18-yard touchdown pass from Riley to Derek Blanchard. Maybe a flag on the play here.
Pass is complete. Riley! Number 7, Riley Greenwald.
And
Number 20, Derek Blanchard.
so defensive holding on the play that was declined. So still a touchdown for Blanchard.
There you go.
Number 7, Riley Greenwald converts the 2 points.
And a 2-point conversion is good.
Score by Algonquin 21, Groton-Dunstable 0.
Blanchard is 2 for 3 with 27 yards and a touchdown. And it'll be 21-0 Algonquin after the 2-point conversion. 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go in this third quarter.
Mamas love their babies. Did he hurt his hand?
And that drive was powered by a big reception for Rio Ferguson. He ran for about 40 yards after the catch. And that gives Algonquin the 21-point lead, 3-touchdown lead. And that'll be kicked off. False start by Algonquin, it looks like. So it is offsides on Algonquin. He's kicking it from the 50. And he is down at the 25, the Groton-Dunstable returner, after a 25-yard kick by Chekowitz.
Kickoff fielded by Groton-Dunstable, number 2, Brent Bushnell. Tackle for Algonquin by number 2, Eli Casabo.
And Eli Casabo with the tackle. He has played corner, a little bit of running back receiver for the offense. Also having a role on special teams now. It's only his sophomore year. And Titowitz targeting number 13. That is Doug Tompkins. It's incomplete though. He is 4 for 9 with 125 yards. Most of those, all of those actually, coming from 3 receivers. Brendan Ferrari, Doug Tompkins, and Jack Berry. And they'll be down at the 26.
Tackle for Algonquin by number 56, Matt Hatch.
Matt Hatch with the tackle. I believe that was Tristan Chase who ran it there. And that is deflected by Algonquin. Another incompletion for Bradley Titowitz.
Correct, and that was 66, Devin Montgomery.
Devin Montgomery tips that. And it'll be 4th down with 5 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Algonquin gets the ball with a 21-point lead. Cassius Clay back to return.
Nice job, T-Hawk!
And number 16, Tom Jeffrey.
And that is out of bounds at about the 40-yard line.
All of that down at Algonquin's 40-yard line will take over possession.
So Algonquin has just 60 yards to go if they want to score a TD. Good field position for the T-Hawks here after a short punt. And Algonquin is still going. Cassius Clay gets it all the way to what looks to be the 20-yard line. A huge run play by Cassius Clay. And this running back duo just keeps going.
Number 3, Cassius Clay.
That was a 40-yard run by Clay. That doubles his rushing yardage in this game. And Ribeiro now running it.
Number 34, Pedro Rivera.
All the way to the 8-yard line. And Algonquin, in just 2 plays, is within 10 yards of the goal line. Groton-Dunstable calls timeout as Algonquin takes 1st and goal. This backfield has just been dominant in this game. Rio Ferguson, Cassius Clay, and now Pedro Ribeiro making an impact. And they have combined, those 3 running backs, for a total of 234 yards. Ryan Connolly's added 1. Philadelphia had a loss of 9, but overall for Algonquin's backfield, 226 rushing yards. That's going to be a touchdown Algonquin.
Touchdown pass for Algonquin. Number 7, Riley Greenwald, for number 20, Garrett Blanchard.
It'll be Blanchard with the catch. And that is his 2nd touchdown catch in this game. 2 of his 3 receptions have been for touchdowns. Greenwald approaching 100 passing yards now. And Chekowitz will attempt the extra point to make it 28-0. And that is blocked. So it'll be Algonquin 27, Groton-Dunstable 0. 4 minutes and 23 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. And Algonquin will kick it off to Bradley Titowitz and the Groton-Dunstable offense. Groton-Dunstable gets the ball at the 25-yard line after the kickoff return.
Over there. I got like 4 seconds.
And it's going to be a run play here. Doesn't look like it's much of a gain, if any. Kyle Ploss coming back into the game for the run play. No gain there, though. The Algonquin pass rush has seen significant improvement in this game, as well as the run defense. So this front 7 is really shining. And that is dropped.
Defended by number 16, Tom Guthrie.
Looks like the receiver that dropped it was Doug Tompkins. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Excuse me, 3rd down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Kyle Plowsy on 1st down with a rush for no gain. And that's going to be Thrown to Jack Berry. And that gets it to the 50-yard line. That's 25-yard catch.
Come on, defense!
Jack Berry. He's great at catching those deep balls. And it's a run play for Plowsy here. That's going to get it 2 yards. Averaging 1 yard per carry in this game. Tito's looking around. He is sacked for a loss of about 7. That is, I think it's the 4th time Titowitz has been sacked in this game. He has as many sacks as he's had completions. This Algonquin defense has really stood out today. That's going to be a deep ball to Berry. It's intercepted by Alesi for the 2nd time. And now it's as many sacks and as many interceptions for Titowitz as completions. And that is caught at the Algonquin 20. 21, more like, but with about 2 minutes to go, Algonquin gets the ball back on the Nicolesi interception. Alesi has 2 picks today. The others going to Jeffreyon and Derek Blanchard. So all of Riley Greenwald's top receiving targets have also shined on defense today. Alesi, the overhang safety, and Blanchard and Jeffreyon have played corner. It's going to be a run play for Algonquin. And running back is Pedro Ribeiro there.
Number 34, Pedro Rivera on the carry for Algonquin.
About 8 yards for him. It's up to 20 on the day on 2 rushes. Now in a couple years, or next year actually, all 3 of their top running backs will be seniors.
Number 4, Rio Ferguson with a good game for Algonquin.
And that's a big run for Rio there. So if Rio, Cassius Clay, and Pedro Ribeiro are doing this much as juniors, just wait to how next year it's going to be. See how next year will be. And Algonquin has it at the opposing 48 now after a huge run by Rio Ferguson. 23 yards. 19 rushes to get those yards. Cassius Clay this time. And this backfield continues to dominate. That's another 7 yards.
Tackle for Groton-Dunstable, number 14, Brendan Ferrari.
And Clay. Gets it to the 30 this time.
Cassius Clay. Tackled by Groton-Dunstable, number 6, Jack Barrett.
They're going to run out the clock in this third quarter.
At the end of the third quarter, scores Algonquin 27.
And it's 27-0 Algonquin as we head to break for the end of the quarter. We'll be right back. We are back for this fourth quarter, and Algonquin will start it at the opposing 31 here. And that is Pedro Ribeiro on that one.
Number 34, Pedro Rivera on the carry.
3 rushes for 26 yards by Ribeiro. And it'll be second down and 4 for Algonquin. Greenwald going to hand it off to Ryan Connolly.
Number 31, Ryan Conley on the carry for Algonquin. Tackle for Groton-Dunstable, number 80.
It's going to be about 4 yards for him. And it's going to be Rio Ferguson.
44, Rio Ferguson on the carry. First down, Algonquin.
It's going to be another 6 yards for the first down. That's his 20th rush in this game. And there's 10 minutes left in this game as Algonquin leads 27-0, and they're driving down the field again. Rio Ferguson on that one.
Rio Ferguson on the carry.
Question is it enough for the touchdown? Not quite. Ball marked down at the 4-yard line. That's 182 yards now for Ferguson. And that's just in the run game. He's caught 4 passes for 54 more yards. And he is the lead receiver in this game. And he runs it in for the touchdown. That's his second rush TD in this game. What a game for Rio Ferguson. And let's see what Algonquin decides to do for the point after. And they will kick. And that is good. It is 34-0 on the Joey Chekowitz extra point. And the Rio Ferguson 4-yard rush TD.
34. Groton-Dunstable 0.
And they will hand over the ball to Groton-Dunstable now. that is kicked off to 35. Groton-Dunstable 35.
No, don't do that.
That'll be 1st and 10 at the 24, actually. Run play by Titowitz himself. Doesn't go much of anywhere. There'll be no gain by Titowitz. That is number 33, Nate Bushnell. And that'll be at the 30-yard line for 3rd down and 6. And Titowitz sacked. That's going to be a loss of 6 yards. 5th time he's sacked in this game. Aiden Goss with that one. So many different guys stepping up for this defense. 4 interceptions, 5 sacks, and a lot of pressure on Titowitz. He's done great stopping the run as well. Only allowed 10 rush yards. And that is punted away. Fair catch. And they just have 40 yards to go for a touchdown. 4 minutes and 39 seconds. But the clock is still ticking as Algonquin decides their play. Algonquin has a comfortable lead, so and Jeff Valentine's going to take over at QB, giving Greenwald some rest here for the next game. They will play Shrewsbury next week, one of their biggest rivals behind Westboro. And Connolly carries that about 3 yards. Question is, will Algonquin go for a touchdown or try and run out the clock? Could do a mix of both even. Valentine looking around. He hands it to Philadelphia. That's going to be another 2 yards. Excuse me, that was Connolly again on the kick. Oh, was Philadelphia. My bad on the confusion there. Algonquin already has a 34-0 lead. Will they add to it here with Valentine in at QB? That is handed off to Pedro Ribeiro.
Number 34, Pedro Rivera, carries Algonquin.
That'll make it 4th down. So we'll see what Algonquin does here. A couple more yards on each of those rushes. They might have managed a 1st down. Looks like Pedro Ribeiro is down. And he is running off the field on his own power. And in comes Shane Stevens, sophomore running back. Valentine gonna hand it to Stevens. And Stevens is going all the way. Touchdown, Shane Stevens. That is his first varsity carry, and he scores. They go for it on 4th down, and it really pays off. After the 23-yard rush TD, Algonquin will add to their lead. The only problem is now Groton-Dunstable has an opportunity to score with 1:22 to go. And they will kick the extra point, Algonquin. Clock is still going. They're going to try and stall here. But it is good regardless. Shane Stevens in his varsity debut, a 23-yard rush TD. That alongside the extra point makes it 41-0 Algonquin. And they will not even kick it off here. They might kick after all here. 21 seconds, now 20. We'll see how much time. And they're not kicking it off. That is it. It is 41-0 Algonquin. That'll be a shutout. Their first win of the season is a big one. And live from Dick Walsh Field, this is Algonquin Tomahawks football. I'm Andrew Roberts signing off.